Saw you paint a picture of a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear listening to. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would, even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd do anything you want me to, 'cause I love you.
Hi, what's up, people? Welcome to my channel, or portal as I like to call it, where we explore all things authenticity. That means expression, creativity, painting, journaling. It goes on and on, the different ways that we can connect with ourselves. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Anna. I'm an artist, and I thought I would document the journey that I've been on to figure out who the hell that is. And it's been a wild ride. But in today's video, I thought it would be cool to discuss the pitfalls, the ups and downs of what that actually means. So whenever I'm contemplating how to be more in my authentic code, or true to my essence, I could say, I look to the expert Brené Brown, who says it very beautifully. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. So yeah, I've been on a journey of trying to embrace who I am, and I think that can be sticky and messy a little bit, because to embrace all of who I am kind of means, the shadowy, ugly parts, the parts that don't have patience, and the parts, the part that I think that I'm supposed to be even might mean, this perfect model of sister or daughter or girlfriend or, woman in society today. And so dropping all of those labels and embracing who we actually are. She also states very powerfully, you either walk inside your story and own it, or you stand outside your story and hustle for your worthiness. And I feel that is so true, because in the moment where I don't feel like I'm being true to my authenticity, to my authentic code, I am dealing with insecurities or low self-worth, or I'm blocking my self-expression because I'm worried about what other people are maybe going to say or judge about it. Or especially if it's really true to me, it might be going against the norm or society, their expectations, or the things that we can build up in our head or receive from our programming that we learned growing up. So really getting intentional about how to set those boundaries, and then boundaries around who you are, what you are willing to live from with your principles and your values. For me, one would be, I value the freedom of my mind to get to choose the things in my life, the way I create and create my reality, create the way I perceive the world. That's all very much me, but what is authentic to the present version of myself, and what is perhaps a limiting belief or a past program or pattern that I've acquired from my environment, and in an unconscious space I wasn't, and I might not be aware of it. But to become more aware of the things that are not true to me, allow me to let them go and embrace and accept more of who I am in my most raw version, in my most beautiful whole human divinity. As I like to say, we are divinely human because we are both. And Brene Brown, I love her so much, also says, only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. Wow. So perhaps our authentic expression is our light shining through. When we are more of ourselves, and not holding anything back, and letting our hearts be totally open to life coming in and experience, because we feel safe. We feel safe. We've owned our worthiness, that we can show up because we love ourselves. We love ourselves. We have a strong self-love inside, and it doesn't matter what the haters say, and it doesn't matter what the neighbors say. It doesn't matter what the negativity says, because you know that you are worthy of it all, of being, every part of you can be loved. Side note, if it sounds like I'm making chewing noises, it's because I was just eating a dried mango. They're delicious if you haven't tried them. If you like dried fruit, mango is a good one, but yes. So one way that I really like to play with my authentic self and to discover and figure out who that is to get more in touch with my inner child. Because when I was younger, and I feel like with a lot of us, when we're just children, we're really shining through our authentic code. And over time, the environment can silence that and shut it down and maybe block it. There's blocks that get put in place. They are removable, but connecting to our child self will also help us to remember our curiosity, to play, to express, to pick up those crayons again, and to also find the parts and the experiences and memories that might be trauma, that might have been trapped and blocked us in the first place from accepting our full worthiness. Because we witness a lot as children, and the world's coming in full force. We let it all open. Another way that I can really connect to my authentic self-expression is through art. And art feels like I'm looking at myself, and my inner knowing comes through. I'm in the present moment, and I can hear what I'm feeling on the canvas. Sometimes I'm just so present with myself, because you have layers and layers when you're doing a painting normally, and it kind of takes you through like an expression of what you're feeling currently in life, I think. And these paintings that you're watching me paint were inspired by just kind of this place of feeling into the feminine side of me, and what might be blocking my ability to receive pleasure and, just abundance and more things that feel aligned to my authentic code, to that authentic part of me, but might have been blocked. And I did this Expand and Receive challenge with a group of women, and every day we were on calls just discussing how to let the raw versions of ourselves come through. Let us just drip our juicy, abundant selves, our divine selves, back into the human self, so that both of us could, me and I'm gonna say my higher self, are having a dialogue and a conversation, that inner world. So a lot of times in my paintings, I kind of contemplate what each image is meaning to me, I guess. So like, what does the moon elicit in me when I look at it? Or why did I pick a Luna moth? Sometimes these images just come and they tell their own story, So I guess ultimately, what do you want your story to be? When you are really with yourself, who are you? What are you emitting from your essence, from your being? What are you radiating out with your energy? And do you know you are loved? Do you know truly it is knowing inside of you that you are loved and loved and worthy, and that this worthiness wound that we all get to shift our perspective through, I suppose. Like for me, that's what it's felt like. Just went from hating myself, went from I'm still working to share this, I guess, but like all of the emotional entrapments and ways I repressed myself from my programming just shifted on its head, because I started to recognize that, no, wait, like that little girl that's inside me, she deserves love too, she deserves, the very best in life, everything she wants, and that she focuses on, like gratitude and love can become multiplied and just, yeah. One way that I will connect with myself deeper before I begin my painting is to ecstatic dance and move my feelings through my body and my energy, and it just puts me into my right brain, into my body, and I feel just more connected and ready to speak in that conversation. So with myself, of course. And I guess you guys came along for today into the studio, a little peek. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, love you all.